loses when it lags, or they be hacking. That's it.
Only wins I got all of them.
Nice at this
Alright, I think I'm live, boys.
I'm so.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Whoa!
Alright, hold on. Let me, Here, can someone pull up the live stream on, like, their phone or something?
YouTube, of course.
I'll pass.
I'll do it right now.
I remember way back in a nigga rapped in English.
What is this? What is this
Ah, here it is.
picture?
Don't worry about the thumbnail. Okay, this is working, and there's a black screen for me, but that's... Here, I'll pull up,
Yeah, it's a black screen.
yeah, I'll pull up the Discord, hold on.
Yo, Cainan.
Yeah.
Check the video I just sent to the meme tab. Or meme chat.
Bro, there's a hard echo on someone's end. Dude, what is this picture? Sun, Mercury, Venus, Moon, Mars,
It's
Jupiter.
something I did for my history project.
Space? Doesn't make sense, but okay. Cainan Cast. Wow, you called it the Cainan Cast. Wow.
Okay, this is confusing on how to, put the Discord in.
Discord, what?
I'm trying to put the Discord in the tab, in the window.
Oh, you, did you bring it over to the other screen already?
What other screen? I only have
To your
one
second
screen.
monitor? Monitor. You have to...
Alright, that's alright. Okay, boys, so we're gonna be
So
talking
what is our
about, this
first
is,
topic?
here, let me introduce you guys. Alright, so, obviously, you know, my name's Cainan, this is my channel, obviously. Here we have Deep Voice Guy, also known as Manny.
Shit, you're not supposed to say my real name.
Okay, next we have Dado, also known as...
Wait, Cainan, stop for a second, stop.
I can't just stop.
It's a rap, boys.
It's a wrap, boys,
You
but,
already fucked it up. Don't.
wait, yeah, okay, so Dado is... Oh, God.
What is this? I heard it.
Oh, God.
What is this? I heard it.
Oh god, my computer's laggy, hold up. My computer's lagging, it's like going at 2 frames per second, boys. Stream, my computer's lagging. Just give me a second. Alright, boys, I'm back. My computer just lagged up a little bit. Alright, so this is Dado. What is your name, Dado?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit, though.
Alright, Dado, what's your name?
Data?
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, Dado, what's your name?
Alright.
Alright, so we got Ryan, and then Mr. Dynamite09 over here, his name is...
I'm a giraffe.
Okay, so our first topic is, as you can see, we're working with a couple of spets here. But, our first topic is gonna be, so is Fortnite dying? You know, what's the Fortnite killer? What will ever make Fortnite die?
Hold on. We have to have Brecken go first. Sorry, Mr. Giraffe. Would you?
Alright, Mr. Giraffe.
Why?
Because me and Ryan
And Cainan,
I'm not right. So what I think is, I think that Fortnite will last for a long time until there's one game that I think will kill it, and I'll explain why. I think it's Black Ops 4, and the reason being is that like most of Fortnite's fan base, I'd say, or at least a lot of it, is a bunch of kids, right? And like COD has been like a game for like no skill kids that like, just want to have fun on like a first-person shooter, right? But like ever since Fortnite came out, obviously this is the only game they play. But with the coming of Black Ops 4, see like all the like the really like hardcore battle royale players like to play PUBG, because like I like to make the analogy of PUBG is PUBG to Fortnite is like Battlefield to COD, right? Like PUBG is like a lot more realistic, whereas Fortnite's just a cartoon. Like everything's like it's really like bad graphics and like a lot of stuff and like building and stuff that's like not really that realistic. And like obviously PUBG's really realistic. Battlefield's like super realistic, but like Call of Duty, like Black Ops 3 and stuff, they have like robots and exosuits that like aren't really that realistic, or at least in this time period. So like I think that it's like Call of Duty is like the same exact thing as Fortnite. So once a new Call of Duty comes out, then everyone's going to be playing that, and it's going to be the Fortnite killer.
Can I ask a question really quick?
Sure.
Okay, what about the PC people? Like, there's a lot of people on PC playing Fortnite. Do you think they're just gonna get Black Ops on PC, or do you think they're gonna continue playing Fortnite?
No, see, I think what's gonna happen is once a bunch of kids are done playing Fortnite, I think it's gonna become a dead meme, and then everyone's gonna go back to PUBG. And PUBG will be revived.
So like Ninja, and then we'll go back to PUBG. You think?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Ooh, Ninja return to PUBG, that would be nice.
That'd be something.
Alright, so I have to agree with most of Reckon's points here, but I think there definitely will be another game that soon enough outdates Fortnite, but I also think that a big factor would be when it comes to the updates in Fortnite, if they're just constantly adding in pointless stuff, in my opinion. It's just like if they're just constantly adding in and replacing guns, that's not going to keep an entire player base to play the game for a while. I think they need to change it up and give the player base a new atmosphere and landscape for what they're playing, such as new maps. That's why PUBG still actually has a very, very good fan base, so because they're constantly adding meaningful updates, unlike Fortnite. I believe that Fortnite is not adding meaningful updates at all.
Yeah, I would like to add on to that, because the reason PUBG, I feel like, is going to take the Battle Royale throne again is instead of falling behind and having to deal with hackers, they're actually able to pump out meaningful updates. However, Fortnite, with their skins and whatever, I lost my point.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in there. I think you might be going this way with it. Do you mean like? Because I was thinking, I think Fortnite's more focused on like all the skins and dances instead of the actual gameplay.
I was gonna say something and I completely forgot.
Well, I could battle that because the vending machine. They're adding like new weapons.
I understand that they're doing that. They're focused on both, but I'm just saying they're really focused. They're doing a lot on skins and like the battle pass stuff. They're just doing
I just worry that they're gonna run out of ideas to the point where they're not gonna be able to keep up their weekly content updates. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of like recycled stuff. It's kind of like how 2K, like the venue, how it's like, oh, there's like 1 week it's a stage, 1 week it's like house rules, and like 1 week it's like some other game mode that I forget.
But then again, PUBG's like been out for almost 2 years? Close. I mean, do you guys even think it's optimized enough to like for being out so long? Because there's still a lot of like lag
here's the problem.
graphics.
Here's the problem that I think is why Fortnite took the throne, is because it's free to play and it can be run on every single
It seems more
platform.
optimized.
Like anyone could play the game like on any platform, and it's like it's not graphic intensive, so it's easy to run. So that's why everyone plays it, and it just became like I feel like a lot of people are finding like memes out of it, so then more people are playing it. Like it keeps on growing, but I still think that a lot of gaming companies are in trouble because I think some games that aren't as like big as far as fan base, I think are just going to be done for, because I think like a lot of people are just deciding on saving their money just to play because they can just play Fortnite. But like I think once some other like AAA franchises come out, like I think that it might kill Fortnite.
And there's a lot of upcoming games that are joining the Battle Royale genre. Like, I don't know if you guys probably haven't heard about it, but there's a game called Dying Light that actually added their own style to Battle Royale, and they have their own Battle Royale game.
They did?
Yeah, they did.
They did?
Yeah. Dying Light. You guys know
fun.
Dying Light? It's like a zombie game.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they added their own Battle Royale type game mode where there's objectives, but not only are there objectives, but obviously it's a Battle Royale, so other players are trying to do those same objectives, and you have to try to fight to survive. And like I think the whole thing about it is soon enough more and more games are coming out with different spins on the Battle Royale genre, which will then keep it fresh for new players, and then they will leave Fortnite to go do something fresh, unless Fortnite is able to keep it up, like I said before, with another map, or something that is very, very meaningful when it comes to an update.
I have to say that Fortnite definitely 100% has the best battles, because like you could like you can have different battles every time. You could build, or for example in PUBG it's whoever has circle. If you're end game, if you don't have circle, like you're gonna die. You're just gonna have to find trees to run. But if you're like in Fortnite, you can launch pad, you could just build your way to zone. It's like, it's just, the fights are a whole lot better in Fortnite.
The thing is with PUBG, it takes more skill, it takes more strategy. You need to plan out what you do. If you're in a poor situation, 9 out of 10 times, that's your fault.
I mean, not always. Zone can really mess you up, and you're just gonna hide behind. And hopefully you get the next zone.
A talented player would know, like, could estimate where the zone.
Okay, but you cannot predict the zone every time.
You cannot predict it. However, since the zone is based off of the radius of the original zone, you can guarantee that the center of the old zone will be in the new zone. So that's just like.
I think the point you say that gunfights in Fortnite are would you say more something?
They're a lot better, and there's like different. They're always different.
Yeah, so you say they're a lot better and they're always different. I think the fact about it is the gunfights in Fortnite and mostly everything in Fortnite is so enjoyable to people because they're so easy. You don't need to worry about actually being accurate with anything. You just have to get lucky with Bloom. And then also, not only that, but if you're ever in a bad situation because you're a bad player and don't have any strategy, all you have to do is just spam up walls, and then you'll be fine. I think that's a lot of the reason Fortnite has so much success is because it's so easy for anyone to just hop in and have fun because it's not hard to be good at.
It caters to the casual player base, which is what a lot of games have been doing to get more attention.
I also do think going on top of the fact that it's easy is like anyone can get like a lucky headshot with the pump, and I don't know if you guys agree, but I think in this game like one of the most satisfying things is when you get like a headshot or one shot with a pump
230
to the face or something. Yeah, I think that's like really satisfying.
And the most disappointing things when you get a 9 crit damage.
And then that's so inconsistent.
Exactly, yeah, it's inconsistent because they're trying to make it so easy for people to play and have fun just because there's so much luck compared to PUBG. With PUBG, there's so much strategy involved. In the zone, it doesn't have to be an issue if you're smart with it. It's never been an issue for many good players because they're smart about it. And not only that, but if you're a player that has much a lot of skill, in PUBG, it's actually realistic where your bullets will actually hit where you're shooting. And if you're really, really good with controlling recoil and accuracy, then you'll outplay the other person and definitely.
Also, I just want to point out when PUBG used to be the top battle royale, when PUBG players like Ninja moved over to Fortnite, their skill carried over because obviously you're going from a very skillful game to a less skillful game. However, Fortnite players that have tried PUBG get absolutely destroyed. They are very inconsistent in their shots. They don't know how to control recoil, and you can kind of gauge the skill gap between those two games from there.
One thing I like to say is it's kind of like this is one of the reasons why I can't really play PUBG is because it's really graphic intensive and hard, and I can't run it on my computer.
Yeah, it's not optimal.
So like what I think PUBG could do, which I know they've tried but hasn't really worked out, is come out with console versions. But I think the Xbox one didn't really work out, right? Like the graphics weren't. Yeah, it was bad.
It's not even the graphics. It runs at 20 frames per second.
Yeah, so like I think
original Xbox.
If they can like optimize it for console, and I mean honestly, they might want to do this, make it free to play. I think they would take over.
I don't think they should make it free to play.
Okay, wait. Oh, go ahead.
No, you can go. I
was just gonna ask if this question makes sense. The next BR game that comes up, just a random one. Do you guys think they should make it more like a Fortnite kind of play style? A PUBG kind of play style. Just make sure they're more optimized than PUBG.
If they want to be successful Fortnite, however, if you want to cater to a more dedicated group of players, definitely PUBG.
I agree. I think the only way to survive nowadays is, I think actually you could, in my opinion, I think you could do a PUBG style battle royale game, but just put your twist on it. make it realistic and make it like more realistic than Fortnite. You know, more actual more actual physics that are like real and stuff like that. But also put your own spin on it.
Wait, I have a serious question.
I'm not done. Battlefield in 2018, the next Battlefield coming out. They've admitted to thinking that battle royales are the way to go, and that they're definitely gonna have future battle royales that will put their own spin on it.
Hey, why are we debating if there's only one person watching? I think it's me.
It's because it's gonna stay on his YouTube for people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit, I lost my point. Oh, I think another thing is due to this battle royale genre being so popular, I feel like a bunch of games are gonna like chip in their own 2 cents into it, and I feel like that's gonna kill the battle royale genre. We're gonna have so much of it that we're just gonna get exhausted of it, and the player base is just gonna go down.
You should be able to get. There should be a game. I think there. I don't. Just where it's kind of like a COD or a Battlefield mixed with VR. So it's like a VR game mode, and then there's a Team Deathmatch game mode. And
game mode. See, that's what PUBG is doing. They're using their assets to incorporate different game modes that aren't just battle royale.
I feel like the PUBG could take over if they use that to their advantage.
No, yeah,
and they optimize more. They have to make it less graphic intensive.
One thing I think they need to do for PUBG Xbox, they need to build it from the ground up with Xbox assets. They can't just port it over.
I think the only way they're gonna actually survive all these battle royales, I think the only possible way they could survive is if they dedicate themselves towards a more console-based player base, because most people aren't gonna get a gaming computer to play PUBG. All right, they're gonna be on the consoles, and that's the way to make money. So they definitely gotta build it from the ground up on consoles, and just make it more accessible overall. And that's gonna be the end of that topic. Because sorry to cut you off, bro, but that's gonna be the end of that topic because we're running low on time. I think we have. Let's see. Should we talk about the Fortnite meteor or
no? Not worth it.
Will PUBG ever take the battle royale game genre? We kind of
touched that. Yeah.
The only other thing I have here is the shooting at the YouTube headquarters, but you guys don't really know about that.
Let's talk about the meteor. No. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's just all go around. Okay, no. Let me. Okay. What do you guys think? Oh. Okay.
Alright, this is Mr. Dynamite09 signing off.
He's
I'll give my opinions on it. I think the meteor is not going to come. So.
Alright. Thank you.
My 2 cents. The meteor is since the beginning, and we're all retarded.
Okay, so Manny and Cainan. So, what do you think they can do something? Do you think they will do something with
what?
What do you think they can do with the meteor? And do you think they're going to do something, or do you think it's just a hoax?
Okay, I think that first of all, they put it in on April Fool's Day, which is
they put it the day or two before that.
Yeah, okay, same thing. It's very, very suspicious to me, the fact that they put a meteor in the sky a couple days before April Fool's Day, and I think people are overlooking that, first of all, especially the clickbait YouTubers and stuff. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I think so. Yeah, so I think it's a big hoax, but I think what they could do overall, because I think people are trying to think that they're trying to take out Tilted, right? The meteor's gonna come down and Tilted
because they want to even the game out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's a horrible idea because a lot of people love Tilted and a lot of people don't love Tilted. So when you're taking out Tilted, you're gonna split the player base. Okay, they're gonna be divided for a while. So what I think should happen is if they should put another area that is similar to Tilted, that has a lot of loot and a lot of buildings and a lot of places to loot, and it is very highly populated on the retail side of the map. All right, because Tilted is on like the west side of Loot Lake, right? I think there should be another one of those, kind of like Tilted, on the east side of Loot Lake. So then it splits up the people going to Tilted and this new area. That will disperse the players across the map off the drop, and will also give them enough loot and action to play the rest of the game out while also having fun, instead of having to take out something that they put in there that a lot of players love.
Okay.
Well,
Wait. Okay, this is what I think. They could easily do something with that. They could do what you said, Ken, or they could make a whole new another section, but leaving tilted. But instead of like your loot lake idea or whatever, you have the meteor crash and it whole be like a crater with a whole bunch of loot in the crater. They could easily put that next to like, I think it was like somewhere around Salty. There's a whole big place they could easily put it there. Or what I was also thinking, I really just thought of, they could make the meteor have something to do with the storyline behind the whole Fortnite thing, with Save the World stuff.
Well, I don't think that they need to implement a story to the Battle Royale mode. However, going off of what Cainan said, I feel like instead of adding a new area, because Fortnite's already densely populated with a bunch of different places, I would suggest they just expand to Retail Row. Because there is a lot of space around Retail Row, but not enough space to add another area.
They could easily get rid of, like, Factories and Dusty. Like, those aren't too big of places. They could put them right there. If they wanted to.
I agree. That'd be a pretty good spot. I also think that, oh, shoot, I had an idea. Oh, yeah. The, meteor, you said they could, like, create a whole nother area with that. So, like, I don't really know what they could do with just a crater. It would be just like a moisty mire. Just like, but instead of trees, there's rocks.
Okay, in PUBG, what's that, La Bendita? You know that place?
La Bendita? Yeah, the
La Bendita, yeah. That place, it just...
The crashed plane.
The Blessing, I think. I think it means Blessing.
No, it's literally the Bandit.
Oh, whatever. Okay. But, like, right there, that's a crater. They could easily put, like, broken houses or whatever in there. I don't know. They could just make it cool.
Oh, yeah. Have houses in there. You didn't say anything about that. That'd be nice.
Well, yeah, they could easily put, like, houses.
Oh, yeah, that's what I assumed.
Like, they could easily put something like that.
Not just, like, rocks.
What if what we're doing with this meteor is, like, when it comes down, there's going to be this giant update where all these different types of skins and other types
Season 4.
Cosmetic items, Season 4 maybe, come out of
aliens. They said aliens.
Maybe.
Yes. But, okay, or, I don't know, they could go somewhere way different with this, and the meteor could be, like, landing on a different, whole nother island, making a crater there, and that could be another new map. Like, the crater could be part of a new map they're going to release.
That'd be pretty cool, but I don't think they can do an entirely new map with just a crater.
No, like, a crater be a part of it, like La Bonita. They make a whole place, and and that's how the map's released because the meteor crashed.
And then there's, like, an investigation.
Yeah.
And then, like, ooh, you got people heading over there, checking it.
But they could easily do something, like, if they want to try to, like, twist up, like, the Save the World and like put a story behind it, because like Cainan was saying, what were you saying, Cainan, about the shin pad and the armband?
Okay, yeah. This is just speculation, just a random theory, but each Fortnite skin, except for the new player models, like with the bunnies, they're new player models. Except for those guys, everyone else has a piece of cloth tied around their forearm.
The Raven's a new player model.
Yeah. Wait, no, yeah, but the Raven doesn't have a cloth. No, it has shin pads.
No, it has cloth. I'll show you right now. I'll show you right now. He has a purple cloth around his right arm.
Right,
I even talked to you about it earlier.
Okay, but are you sure that's a new player model?
I mean, I guess it couldn't be a new player model, and they just removed the head asset, but...
Alright, anyway, most of the player models, I believe that the Raven is still a regular player model, it's not a new one. But they all have a piece of cloth and a shin pad around them, except for the new player models. I don't know if that has something to do with the story, but that was just speculation. I don't know why they would put in the effort to put in a piece of cloth around someone's arm and shin pads on every skin.
I don't think it's they're putting in the effort to add it. I think it would take more effort to remove it, because they're just using assets from Save the World.
Alright, well, that was just speculation. And then I think...
It just immediately didn't...
Alright, the meteor, I think, going back to the previous topic that we were talking about, I think it's a great opportunity for them to spice up the game and keep it going for a while.
They could do so much with it. They just have to think.
I think the most realistic thing they're going to do with it, it's going to be the start of Season 4.
They could... That's what... I was watching one of the clickbait YouTubers just for fun, and they were saying, like...
funny, says...
Yeah, because I'm not listening to them. But they said, like, it could start aliens, like, the alien thing. It's gonna, like, you know, I could easily see them doing that. But I don't know. They could do a whole bunch with it.
I don't think they're gonna... I don't know if they're gonna do aliens again, because we're... Season 3 was just
space, because it's space, and then the aliens...
Season 3 was all about space. Are they gonna continue space theme with Season 4? Because we went from
You never know.
medieval times to space, and then we're going to continue to aliens. I feel like
It might bring a new, like, maybe the meteor has some, we don't know much about the meteor. It doesn't look like a regular meteor if you really look at it. Just look at it.
Meteor?
It does not look like a regular meteor. Okay? That thing is very mysterious. It might come down with, like, a new element that might, like, make, I don't know, I feel like,
5.
yeah, maybe zombies, reference to Black Ops, and then, or it could bring down an element that gives, superpowers, maybe, and then the Season 4 opens up with superheroes.
That would be like,
Okay, and I also part of that guy's video that I was watching. He said, okay. So I know this is real. They in random places there's been controller vibrations, and some guy actually I don't know what do you call it? Yeah, Morse code it, and it came out to say it said SOS, and then it put D5 or D5 or something, and in D5 is tilted.
Alright, so I still don't believe that until I find evidence, because I have not seen a single piece of evidence on that. First of all,
I just saw it off the video. I've seen it too.
I've seen it on multiple different. Yeah. Some dude, the vibrations. You know how Morse code is dots in or beeps in.
Yeah.
The
dots and dashes.
Dots and that. Yeah. Basically, the controller vibrations would basically be determined into that, like quick vibrations and then longer ones. And
yeah, it's like lights.
And doing different things would activate different vibrations. I don't remember what.
It was in certain spots.
No, no. The guy who did the Morse code, there was 3 different ones doing different things to it. I think I can't remember what one of them was. I don't know. I'll have to look at it again. But another idea I was thinking about is it could be a way for them to try to sell more Save the World. Because that's what their original game was about. You know, these have a ton of assets in there, but nobody's playing it. You know, it's a lot of missed opportunity there. So if they can somehow take Battle Royale players and influence them into buying their Save the World, you know, they would make a lot more money.
Yeah. I agree. No, I agree. Okay, Ken, I mean, if you would like, we could touch on the YouTube thing. I mean, I could do my best.
Alright, boys, that's gonna be ending out the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the,
Alright.
Just gonna end it out with the, top song of the week, and right now, wasn't a surprise to me, in my opinion, it's gonna be God's Plan.
Dollar in the Woods. Dollar in the Woods.
According to Billboard, it is God's Plan by Drake, and we're gonna go ahead and end the stream.
What? No, it's not. It's not God's Plan. Are you kidding me? It's Dollar in the Woods.
Okay,
and we're gonna go ahead and end the stream with that one.
Thank you, Cainan's YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Tune in next time we do.
Okay, hold on.
Peace out.
Alright, yeah. See. Peace out, guys.
We're not making a second episode.